me. That's not solid.
I believe
That's what
now
she
people
said.
can see and hear us.
Sorry, I was just realizing that my little tray on my
Yep.
corkboard I can put over here, so I could actually set things on it and people could see things.
Wow. Wowie, wow, wow, wow.
And that's how we solved a crisis.
World hunger.
David's corkboard issue. Okay, so Jesse, you're on the stream. You can verify that people can see and hear us.
Yes, I can see and I could hear us.
I
Yes.
should verify that you can hear music that I play. Let's see. Can you hear this? Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, because I didn't change the output on my player. See? Remembering. Apply. Okay. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Good. Very good.
It's so weird. I'm so used to you saying, "Can you hear this?" and it being the gems tingle.
Yes. No Jim's Tingle tonight.
That's what you think.
Which the gems tingle you can hear if you listen to our GTT Gems, which is a Patreon exclusive show, by visiting patreon.com/GameThatTune.
Yeah, we still make that show, for sure.
Shut up! I'm trying to get us money.
Well, we record some Patreon content for the first time in 5 months then. But that's neither here nor there. Are you guys ready to start the show?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Very good. Then let us begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. John Harrington is hosting Game That Tune Gems now.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah, what is going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune back in the house once again. It's your boy John Harrington here, and I've got Jesse Moore with me. Jesse, say hey.
Hey, so just real quick, we stopped doing the funny name thing.
You know, I really enjoyed doing the funny name thing for the times that I did it, but the pressure's on this week. You notice that you're being introduced first. We'll get to that in a moment. We got David Fleming with us. Say hey.
Max Lovins, erotic PI. Hey.
Okay. All right, Jesse, now you can do a silly name if you so choose.
Jesse, are Pogs still cool? More?
Was that a concern in 2004? Were you
For me, I was like, hey guys, I got these Pogs. You guys want to play? And they're like, that's totally lame.
interesting?
Because sadly, you did not live in Hawaii.
No.
Are you sure you weren't 10 years in the past? 'Cause, I mean, Pogs feel very 1994.
They were, but I was trying to bring them back because I was a weirdo.
That's
I was a real Pog sicko.
exactly. That's good.
I'm gonna
See,
stay
that
up,
was a good
stay
kind
up
of
late
sicko to
playing
be.
Pogs.
But yeah, no. So I wasn't planning on doing funny names because I'm in host mode tonight. Because for the first time,
You're always the host.
First time ever on this stream, John Regan is not behind the scenes running the show. I'm all fucked up. I'm having to actually do things. It doesn't feel right.
At
don't
any
love it.
moment, this episode could come crashing down.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Please.
Oh, Jesus, Jesse.
That's more of a 2002 thing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so it's Game That Tune, the video game music guessing game show where we listen to video game tunes and goof off and have a great time. We try and guess each other's games based on the songs, maybe a little bit of trivia. And it's our 6th episode in the new universe, and we had a fantastic show last time we recorded, and I won that show, and I felt great about it, and I was feeling so great about being here and now and living in the present, that I decided to flash back to the past, as we frequently do on this show, but not usually, by nature of the theme itself. Usually our themes are nonsense or not really themes at all. But this one is an actual theme steeped in full-blown nostalgia for the year 2004. 20 years ago, the year 2004 occurred, and we played a lot of video games at the time, guys. At least I did. I don't know about you nerds, but I myself was playing a lot of video games in 2004.
I was going to say 20 years ago in the year 2004. Hang on a second. 2024 minus 20. Yep, math checks out on that one.
It sadly does check out. But yeah, I played a lot of video games in 2004. That's a unique thing about me. And now let's go around the room and share something unique about you. Jesse, tell us about you now or in 2004.
In 2004, I was still living with my parents.
Sweet. Okay, cool. David, what about you? Tell me something about 2004. Or no.
In 2004, I graduated high school.
Yep, so did I. Good times. I also was still living with my parents. But then, see, for the last half of the year, I wasn't living with my parents. I moved out. Never looked back. Till that time, I moved back in with my parents a few years later. But, at the time, I was not looking back. And now we are looking back. Here we are. Man, what a time. I want to, give Johnny a shout out for not being here. It's quite humorous. The reality of the situation is that Johnny is having marital problems. That is to say,
what?
I'm sorry, what?
He married a wonderful woman who really likes going to concerts and live events, and they go to so many.
See the problem.
The marital problem is that it took him away from tonight's episode of Game That Tune. They had a scheduling snafu, and they went to a concert tonight. And that's the only way to say it. It's a marital problem.
He could have done the show from the concert.
He really could have. You know why?
Because of
Why?
phones and technology, that kind of stuff.
Well, not only because of the modern technology, because he is currently at the most 2004 concert possible. That's the beauty of it. He's not participating in our 2004 episode because he is seeing Jimmy Eat World and Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
So
technically, he's still doing 2004 stuff.
he's really living. He's living in the spirit of the theme. But
we can't be that mad.
I'm not mad. I'm happy for him.
That's cool.
Jeez, it's just very funny to me. I'm like, wait, you're choosing a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack then, right? No, he's going to the concert. Oh well. So he's I assume just having a blast, enjoying emo music, and leaving us here to do the show on our own. So excuse any live stream hiccups tonight. I'm not used to being on the boards, but I think we got a fantastic show. We got, games from 2004, games that we all loved and played when we were younger, cooler guys. So we've got 5 fantastic games. We've got some great fan requests. I added a extra fan request just for the lack of Johnny. So thank you to our fantastic fans, and I think we're just going to jump into it, starting as we always do with Game 1.
Game 1.
All right, so this game was part of an initiative from Capcom's production studio One to develop 3 network-focused games for the PlayStation 2. The other games were Auto Modelista and Resident Evil Outbreak.
All right, I start the song. All right.
All right.
David
Let's
left.
See, the music scared David off.
Yeah, I mean,
He had
understandable.
no idea.
I'm out.
Shit, that was a short song. I'm sorry, Jesse. Can you please just confirm the trivia for this game?
Oh yeah, this game, it was part of an initiative by the Capcom production studio One. They wanted to develop 3 network-focused games on the PlayStation 2. The other 2 were Auto Modelista, which was that neat-looking cel-shaded racing game that kind of played shitty, and Resident Evil Outbreak, which was not great either. So this was actually the better of the 3.
Perfect. Thank
Was
you.
that? You're welcome. And so let's see what you guys guessed.
Man, I just realized I didn't download all the soundboard sounds. I don't fucking have, like, correct jingles or anything.
Oh no,
Hold on. Let me,
you're gonna have to make them yourself.
Let's see.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, yeah, that's good enough.
That's halfway there.
Yeah, whatever. Just wrestling sounds.
Yeah, I'm just gonna freestyle something.
All right, show him. Show it. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so John says Killer 7. That's wrong. And David, I think, says, oh, Monster Hunter. He's correct. David with the correct answer.
Oh wow, let me play that jingle. Congratulations, David.
Yeah. You did it. So this is Monster Hunter, the very first one.
I was gonna say I'm kind of amazed that the first Monster Hunter game was on PS2. Like, I feel like this series goes way, way, way further back.
Oh, yeah. That'd be weird. But no, it's a PlayStation 2.
I was gonna say, how could it
2004.
go further back? Like, really think on it for just a second. How, knowing what we know Monster Hunter to be, how could it be prior to
I mean-
PlayStation 2?
Pokemon is a game series where you go around fighting and collecting monsters, and that was on the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unreasonable to imagine that Monster Hunter was on like the SNES.
But Jesse, correct me if I'm wrong. Has it always been kind of a multiplayer experience?
Yeah, predominantly, the most fun comes from grouping up with people.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry,
not
did
giving you a
SNES
whole lot of shit,
not
David.
have 2 controller ports?
I think that the Monster Hunter, I could imagine it being in kind of a zombies ate my neighbors scenario where you have to stay on the same screen, but I think kind of the fun comes from, I don't know, the hugeness of the monsters and the 3D of the world and, meeting your friends for online play. But maybe Jesse knows. I don't know.
I'm
So,
sorry,
yeah.
did Star Fox on SNES not have 3D models?
I would argue it didn't. It looked like shit. They tried to
I
make it
didn't
look
say
like
good.
Yeah,
I said 3D.
there's an argument to be made that maybe no, it didn't. They tried to, kind of zhuzh it a little bit, but no, I'm not sure they really accomplished that. Anyway,
Anyhow, Jesse, Monster Hunter.
yeah,
So,
please, David, you got any more
so-
things you want to fucking try to dunk on me? I'm sorry, I'm just saying, it's a very PS2 game.
I'm not trying to dunk. I'm just trying to say that I was surprised it only went to the PS2. I figured that there was a PS1 version of Monster Hunter. Apparently, I was in error. Jesse, please correct me.
We're getting
so
there.
this game was pretty freaking cool, and it started a basically a series that I just am in love with, and it didn't really pick up. The series itself didn't really pick up until recently in the United States with World, but from the beginning, this like you still see the bones of the original Monster Hunter in the new games. So, what was cool about this game is like you go out into these worlds where it's just like other monsters are just like living their lives. There's like herbivores and stuff, and like little like oh, that was weird. Our video went out.
Yeah, sorry, man. I told you I'm hosting here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
And,
trying.
well, I just was keeping you up to date.
I trust
but
me.
so,
I see how fucked up everything is tonight.
Okay.
Just so you know.
And so you fight these like dinosaur looking creatures, and then finally you roll up on these big giant monsters that are like dragons or big apes or bears and stuff. And you fight them, and you can either kill them or capture them, and which is still weird because either way you're getting parts off of them. So I'm not sure how you're getting the parts off of them by capturing them first.
Yeah. Do you get like recurring parts if you capture them instead of kill them? Are you
Well,
farming their parts then?
sometimes you do get like a better chance of getting certain things if you capture them, like more rare parts. So I guess you're just capturing them and then maybe sending them to someone who knows how to like butcher them better than you do just out in the wild. So
True
maybe
that.
that's it, which
That's
is
probably
kind of
right.
fucked up too. Because at the base of the game, you're just going out and finding these majestic beasts and just murdering them so you could make a new sword. But they're all the usually the story is more along the lines of, hey, these monsters that don't usually live here have showed up near our city or our village, and it's making it like real hard to like farm and exist. If you want to go kill them and make cool armor, that would be neat.
Yeah.
Because
Be
then
our
we could.
guest.
So it's more of like that kind of stuff.
That makes sense.
I was going to say, there's just these gigantic, majestic beasts who happen to be in the fields, and you go and slaughter them to make armor. Who's the real monster in
Yeah, it
this
is.
Monster Hunter game?
Yeah, it's they do juggle that like, but it's all also like there's some whimsy in the game too, like because there's these like cats. Like in the first one, the cat people, I think just you could either like get rare items from them or they would steal things from you. So,
So wait,
it
they
was,
weren't your palicos yet. They were just kind of
no, you didn't get palicos until like God, I'm trying to remember. Was it maybe the Wii, the version?
Damn.
Um,
Okay, didn't know.
yeah, it's funny. The big emphasis was on multiplayer, and like in Japan, it was much easier for like, especially because once it left the PS2, it was handheld a lot on the PSP a lot. Because like in Japan, you're always like near someone who also has a PSP and stuff. And I can remember. I don't know if you let's see. Do you guys remember Necro on the message board?
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Necro
No.
Sorrow. Curtis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going with the real esoteric references. We're just referencing a message board only known to us now.
Well, only because we've done it. Well, this is a new universe, but he was like the only other guy I knew that liked Monster Hunter, and he happened to live in Jacksonville, and so like me and Noel went over to his apartment, and this is when I kind of knew that like Noel was super awesome, because when we get there, he has no furniture. So it's just like all three of us sitting on the floor, me and him playing fucking Monster Hunter, and she's just like watching TV and miserable the whole time, but
Good for her.
a real trooper about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I just remember, me and him are fucking on our PSPs sitting on the floor. It's so stupid. I'm like, this guy. And then he lived in like a bad part of town too. And so it was just a whole like ordeal. Like, he's a good dude and all that, but like, it was a weird situation to
It
put.
reflects well on her for being so chill and down with everything, but it also reflects well on you, Jesse, for being so desirable that she would put up with that shit.
That's true. That's true.
It's like, this is fucking stupid. I'm watching these guys just, flick each other's PSPs around. Should fucking leave.
Play this
that guy's pretty fucking cute.
But also, I want me some of that.
Exactly.
So, what's on TV?
Yeah.
So one of the interesting things, though, I always remember about the first Monster Hunter is all the attacks were done with the right thumbstick, which
Death by Degrees style.
With like you have to like flick it up and down to like do like the great sword moves, and it was real fucking weird, and it was neat. But I guess they were just like, you know what? We got buttons on these controllers. Let's just fucking do that.
What if buttons?
And so like I always find that weird that how they were. I guess they were really just throwing stuff at the wall, and then
So like, where do you fall on the buttons versus thumbstick?
I prefer the buttons.
Okay, yeah, word. I mean, I'm trying to think of games that I've played that use the thumbstick. Kind of like
Night.
Fight Night, yeah.
That's a good use. That feels fun.
Metal Gear Revengeance used it a little bit.
Oh yeah, with the slashies.
Yeah, you would do the slashy stuff, but also like you would have to like press that stick away. I think from it was like part of your parry.
Okay.
So like they evolved that a little bit. The one I referenced, Death by Degrees, terrible. Buttons generally are good to play with, but I mean I could see the merits of both. But I would prefer the buttons too.
I don't know. I feel like in the history of video games, buttons kind of take precedence. Because if you go back to the original, like Atari, you had a control stick. There was also a big damn button that you needed. Like, I feel like buttons are the way to go.
Yeah. No, sometimes you just need to press a button. Yeah, especially nowadays with let's not even say nowadays, but like 2004 days with these directions you can flick the stick in. Now sometimes a button is just more precise. Maybe press two buttons at the same time.
Yeah, that was what they would do.
Now you're blowing my mind.
I've been playing like Tekken. I'm thinking like what if like a couple of punches, couple of kicks, but then I press two of those buttons and it does a throw. Sometimes you want a button or two. Yep, crazy stuff, man.
For podcast listeners, that was the sound of my mind exploding.
I think it was pretty clear, David. It came through on my microphone.
Yeah, you went.
Well, yeah, but I just want to make sure for those who don't have the visual.
I want to make sure that you can be seen and heard.
Not in podcast form.
Okay. He's just miming.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jesse, do you have a favorite monster from the original Monster Hunter, or like, are there any monsters that are from this one that have still like endured into the newer ones?
Well, like you got your Rathalos and Raytheon. They're like the Ryu and Ken of the whole situation.
Dope.
Because like that's kind of what it was. It was kind of like a fighting game in a way, because all the monsters have their own moves and stuff, and you got to like figure them out. And all the weapons play different. So like in essence, you're picking your weapon is the character you're picking.
Okay.
So like it was always fun because, like, you set your armor up to be like resistant to certain things, and you'd have multiple armor sets, and some monsters use fire, some monsters will poison you, some monsters like to go underground and pop up, and
Oh yeah, I love that.
all sorts of fun stuff. But like the real meat of these games was playing with 3 other people, like having these big old monster hunts with, and if you die twice, then the mission's over. And that means like if anyone dies once, and then another person dies, then it's
Oh wow.
okay. So you guys got to be careful. But like,
yeah, no shit.
I will say, out of all the communities that I've ever like interacted with, and played games with, Monster Hunter community is seems like one of the most helpful and like pretty cool groups, because like if there's a shitty hunter in your team, that doesn't help the team, so make the hunter help the hunter get better.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's
so
good. Supportive is good. I don't care for online games where there's a judgment factor.
Yeah,
because I would never be good enough at any of them to not be judged. That's how I justify in my brain never trying them. I simply will never be able to get past not being good enough to join in experienced players. That's a paranoid fear that I have about me and online gaming.
But yeah, it's been a great series. It's crazy that it's 20 years old, and I'm glad that with World it picked up in the American or the West and stuff. And Rise was really fucking good on the Switch. I really enjoyed Rise.
I'm glad they're still cranking them out, man. I'm looking forward to I don't know when they make some more. I've talked on this podcast at length about trying World briefly and then falling off of it because I bought it months before having a baby. So I'm looking forward to now trying the next one whenever that comes out, because
we should play together.
Hey, wait a minute. Shit, Jesse, I fucked this all up. I had another baby.
Oh, you did? Fuck.
Oh, no. Huge mistake. So maybe, I don't know when the next one's coming out, but maybe if I give it a few years, both my kids will be able to be occupied while playing. Is someone unwrapping a candy bar on mic?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Just making sure.
Certainly not me.
I would hope not. I remind you, David, you can be seen and heard on this show.
I'm well aware of that.
Put your pants back on, David. Jesus Christ.
Okay, Jesse.
Unwrapping a candy bar? No. Unwrapping my penis, perhaps.
David,
just real quick.
They have a cream for that.
Like, they immediately wanted to let you know this game is also a little goofy, because I think it's really cartoonish that you can go up to sleeping monsters and put bombs next to them and then run and let them explode to wake them up. I just find that hilarious. And
that is good.
It seems like a really Wile E. Coyote situation in Monster Hunter.
That feels like the preferred way to slay a monster. Like, I don't want to actively engage you. I'm just going to put a bomb next to you while you're sleeping.
It usually just pisses them the fuck off.
I mean, it's like the Fallout thing of like reverse pickpocketing a grenade on somebody. Like, if you could do it, you do it. Like,
might as well.
If the monster's asleep in there, why not just watch it snuggle up with a bomb? It makes sense.
It's a great fucking series.
Yeah.
I need some monster hunting friends.
I'm glad it continues. And Jesse, hopefully I will one day be your monster hunting friend. But in the meantime.
Game 2.
All right, so the main character in this movie was portrayed by Will Smith. However, in the video game, they were portrayed by Phil Lamar.
Sorry, still processing that fucking music.
All right, gentlemen, who has their answers written down?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we have what is the version of a hat trick that features two people. John and Jesse both say Shark Tale. That is correct. This is Shark Tale for GameCube, PS2, and Game Boy Advance. However, we're currently featuring the PS2 soundtrack.
Cool.
So cool.
No, not really.
Okay,
Oh,
good. I'm glad we agree.
I haven't played this.
So
Surprise.
for the theme, I looked up games from 2004, and I saw stuff like Metroid Prime 2, Pikmin 2, very classic games that I played and loved on the GameCube. And then I saw Shark Tale, and I thought, oh yeah, that was a thing that existed.
Are we sure?
No, I am sure it is a thing that existed.
Okay.
So I was like, let me look into this. And the
So
game's
we had a fresh new universe, and you brought this into
Yeah,
it.
you chose Shark Tale, huh?
I sure did, because I knew Johnny wasn't going to be in this episode, and I thought,
Oh, you
well,
had to
somebody's
make up
got to
for
be
him.
Johnny.
I got it.
The game is actually kind of interesting because there's 25.
He can't even say it with a straight face.
No, exactly.
Well,
I don't believe you when you say it.
This
I
game's
can't-
so.
I can't say it with a straight face because as soon as I say this game kind of interesting, John immediately starts shaking his head.
It can't be.
Um,
It can't be interesting. David,
So
I
this
really
game-
want to know for our live streamers real quick. Can you look right in the camera and do the DreamWorks like main character like smirk face? Here we go. Yeah, you got. I feel like you need an eyebrow arched or two, like you know. Yeah, we're getting there. We'll work on that.
So this game features 25 different missions, and each mission
That's it.
is a little different because some of them are combat based, some of them are exploration based, some of them are races. So there's
A lot of
there's
them are racist.
variety in the gameplay.
Which are your favorites?
Oh, so, wait, some are races.
Some are like you
I
have
misheard
to get
that.
to the goal before others.
Gotcha.
Not that kind of race. Goddamn.
Not big lipped fish.
No, that's reserved for the character played by Angelina Jolie, who is the femme fatale fish.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this game is fine. Like it's a movie tie-in game for a C-tier DreamWorks picture. Like
Okay.
it's exactly what you expect.
Good. I
But-
was curious to hear what your assessment of the movie was. I never saw Shark Tale. I'm going to go ahead and be honest about that. I missed that one completely. C tier, David?
I mean, it's a DreamWorks.
Well, yeah,
movie.
it takes place in the sea.
I don't have a soundboard. I'm sorry, Jesse. Those jokes will go unacknowledged tonight. Sorry, guys. I'm not Johnny.
I mean, it's a DreamWorks animated movie. It's not Shrek. It's not Sinbad.
It's not Shrek.
Like
Back
you
of the
know,
box quote.
it's definitely not one of their stronger movies.
Where do you put it versus, I don't know, Over the Hedge?
Oh,
Ooh, I think it's above Over the Hedge,
is that one real?
but like not by a lot.
Yeah, man, yeah. I haven't seen Over the Hedge in a good 18 years, but I feel like I
mean,
remember it being okay.
Wherever you rank Over the Hedge, I think Shark Tale is like one step above. So like if you put Over the Hedge at C, Shark Tale's a B. If you put Over the Hedge at D, Shark Tale's a C.
Are we sure?
Like-
Because I feel like public opinion and like just my knowledge of this says otherwise. Like I feel like this was the movie that people were like, no, that's dumb. You shouldn't have done a fish mafia movie with Will Smith and like Martin Scorsese doing a voice role. Like, you know, I feel like this was kind of, it was like DreamWorks being like, all right, yeah, wait, no, we shouldn't do that. We should just do How to Train Your Dragon for a few years. That's a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon, top tier. Like,
Have you
that's a
played the
good
game?
series.
Of course not. He's Johnny.
Jesse, I will come back to your question, but first I want to address something. While I was researching this, I did find that the original the movie, the Shark Tale movie, apparently came under fire from Italian American groups for stereotyping Italian Americans, even though the characters were shark and octopi, which I think is really fucking funny. Jesse, to now answer your question, no, of course not.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
But David, you're telling me that you're okay with the portrayals of these sharks? They're, you know, these bada bing gabagool sharks that they fucking put in this fucking movie. You think these aren't like just offensive like Sopranos stereotypes? Just in shark form.
Well, one of the things that I think is funny is like they're talking about like negative stereotypes. Vincent Pastore plays an octopus in this movie,
Okay.
which I think is hilarious.
Is his name Big Octopussy?
Oh God, I'm trying to remember. No, I think his name is Luca.
Oh.
It's not Big Octopussy. Sadly,
Light arms.
that was like teed right up for them.
It was right there. Yeah, they could have gotten away with it. I mean, seriously, yeah, they love sneaking adult references into these movies. They could have snuck in Octopussy and Big Pussy with Vincent Pastore as Big Octopus.
They could have called it Pussy Tail.
I'm saying it could have been. You know, why didn't they just make this story about cats instead of sharks and call it Pussy Tail, David? They could have spelled tail differently.
You know, at the
Rum Tum Tugger.
At the time, I was not a part of DreamWorks board of executives, so sadly I couldn't push for that. But, you know, if this movie were made now, absolutely.
David walks into the boardroom. He's, you know, sets down his materials. He just walks over to the board. He writes shark, tail, cross out tail, pussy, shark, pussy. And then he puts 2 slashes in those S's for dollar signs, and he throws the marker down. Just, you know, he wants
That's
that
how
money.
it would have gone.
What a reboot.
Yep. Odd. Man. No, man, David, I feel like you need to buy this and play it. I feel like you owe
On
this
stream.
to yourself now. Yeah, exactly. You know, 1, learn to stream, and then 2, play this game.
Speedrun it.
Yep. Oh man, God.
You know, I wonder if there's a speedrun record for this game. Because if not, you could easily be on there. You just got to beat it once and then send in your tape. And
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
like, well,
Nobody is going to challenge you for
you
it.
got the
Yeah.
fastest
Anyone
run.
who finishes this game gets the speedrun record.
I did see in my extensive research for this game, because no, I did not play it. I did find a long play for this game. Apparently, it takes like just over 2 hours.
Oh,
It's
you
like
could
2
beat that
hours
in
and
an hour
12
and a half.
minutes.
Yeah. Oh, I can shave time off that, David. You could do it, man. I believe in you. And I support you in this endeavor. So, David, start doing that.
David Tail. That's what we'll
Shave
call it.
off that shark pussy.
I'm saying. Fucking do it. Get in there, man. You said there's an Angelina Jolie fish in here. Fucking, you know,
Oh, man.
Draw it up, David.
But yeah, I just want to say that having now explained that this is Shark Tale, the video game, that soundtrack is way more intense than you would expect from Shark Tale, the video game.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was excessive. Like, and I don't feel like that's in a good way. Like, you know, it was fine. Like, you know, not like offensively bad or anything, but it's just like, oh yeah, whoever made this, you could have pumped the brakes a little bit. Like, you know, and it's not in like the good like robots on Game Boy Advance kind of way. It's more like, hey, just calm down, fella. Nobody was asking for this. Yeah, and not in like the good Tim Fallon way, where it's like you've made something lasting. No, like just less, please. Like all those
This is
songs,
just heavy, intense music for no reason.
all those songs could have been like 45-second loops instead of like the 3-minute progressive car noise songs they were, and everybody would have been just fine. No one ever would have noticed. Ugh. Again, not bad, just too much. Like, they put just fucking way too much mustard on the sandwich. It's a lot, man. Like fucking, it was like a ham sandwich, a lot of ham, and then a lot of mustard. Just really overdid it on that fucking sandwich. So it's salty like the ocean full of sharks, Italian sharks. David, is there anything else? Can we leave the ocean for ever?
No, please do.
Good. Thank you.
Game 3.
Okay, guys. So, this game contains over 20 characters making appearances from various shows. However, of those characters, only 6 are playable characters. right, fellas. Who is feeling great? Tune
This
boys.
guy.
Let's see it. Oh, man. Look who looked in the request channel and saw that someone requested Cartoon Network Block Party. The answer is both David and Jesse, and they are both correct.
I love the little end part.
It's not supposed to be there. It's just my carelessness. For a peek behind the scenes, I went into my entire SNES music collection and searched for the word jingle, and just pulled up like 3 things. So that's how you get these cool new jingles. So yeah, this is Cartoon Network Block Party, a game for the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if you could tell by that sound.
Really? I thought this was PlayStation 2.
Right. I was thinking that was a Symphonic Arranged soundtrack. Just, man, what a sound in Cartoon Network Block Party. Fan request from the Kerrigan. Thank you, Kerrigan, for this fantastic fan request. I put the word fantastic in air quotes, not to punch down on someone's request. Certainly not. But this.
However,
Game Boy-
we're about to.
I mean, no, I'm just saying. It's a Game Boy Advance soundtrack through and through, and it's a Mario Party clone starring Cartoon Network characters on the Game Boy Advance. Not really my flavor, but I'm not like fully opposed to it.
Mario Party knockoff starring Cartoon Network characters. That sounds like a solid idea. It's when you say on Game Boy Advance, because
Everything gets
I
fucked up,
had
yeah.
Mario Party Advance. That is not the strongest game in the Mario Party series.
I was gonna say, yeah, how'd that go for you? I don't really know much about, I don't know, playing multiplayer games on handheld devices. Clearly, up until like the DS added Wi-Fi. But yeah,
you didn't. They
Right.
turned multiplayer games into single player games.
right, yeah. I feel like Game Boy Advance had the infrared thing or whatever. You had to like point your Game Boy Advances at each other and be careful not to move them or something.
You still needed cables, I think.
Oh, okay. They still had link cables. Sorry.
They still had link cables. They did eventually have with Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. They did introduce a peripheral that let you communicate wirelessly, but you did have to plug in like a whole fucking sensor into your Game Boy Advance to do so.
Good. Excellent.
And I have not heard of this game up until tonight, but I can say with reasonable confidence, this game did not utilize said peripheral.
Yeah, no, probably not. I'm gonna guess it didn't. Apparently, it frequently was bundled with a Cartoon Network racing game, also for the Game Boy Advance. So, Cartoon Network Speedway. So that tells you got a good value game there when they bundle it with another game to try and move units. I probably should have. Man, I should have looked up the soundtrack to that Cartoon Network Speedway, because I bet you, knowing what I know about kart racing games on the Game Boy Advance from my 2 of them that I've played, I bet you that game also rules. Especially if you played it when you were young and have fondness for it. But no, in a more accurate way, I bet you it's quite bad. You want to do a mini lightning round with no sound effect intro. There's only 6 playable characters in this game. And I want to know, you Cartoon Network lovers, you, Jesse and David, can you name the 6 playable characters in Cartoon Network Block Party? I'm going to start with Jesse. Name a playable character in this game.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo, that's correct, Jesse. David, name another playable character in Cartoon Network Block Party.
Blossom.
No, that's incorrect. Jesse, back to you.
Dexter.
No. David?
Wow.
My gym partner who is a monkey.
No, okay. This is going way worse than I thought. Jesse, I'm going to say last chance here.
Courage the
decided to go-
Cowardly Dog.
Courage the Cowardly Dog is correct. David, do you have an actual guess?
That was an actual guess. I went obscure.
Don't.
Cartoon Net. God.
Think titular characters.
Samurai Jack.
No, Jesse.
Fuck.
Cow from Cow
That's-
and Chicken.
That's correct. David.
Okay, so you're gonna give me shit about my gym partner's a monkey, but gonna go with allow Cow from Cow and Chicken.
It's a playable character. I didn't fucking make the game.
Play Cartoon Network. See, I keep thinking of Nickelodeon characters.
Well, you shouldn't. They're not in
Yeah,
this.
that's not right.
It's a
Dee Dee?
fool's errand. No, Jesse.
Fuck.
Think of your last guess.
Okay. It's I want to say it's either Ed, or Eddie.
I'll give it to you. It's Eddie.
Okay.
Which one is that?
I'm not sure. I know
Okay.
one of them has like a friend that's a piece of wood.
Yeah,
I
Plank.
think Eddie is the like tall, goofy one.
You know, I honestly don't remember. I feel like Ed was the greenish fella. I think Ed with 2 D's was the one with the hat. And I think Eddie is probably the kind of shorter one with like the weird long hair and the yellow shirt, I think. I don't know.
I think it's reversed. I think Ed is the pink one and Eddie is the like greenish one.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, David, do you have another guess?
You said think back to my last guess. I'm gonna say Mojo Jojo.
Oh, I was trying to say that to Jesse. No. Jesse.
Fuck.
Jesse already said cow.
We're not
Oh,
getting points for
chicken.
this, right?
No, there's no points on the line. Yes, Jesse's correct. Chicken is correct. And David, you have the last chance, and you won't get it, so go for it.
Johnny Quest.
No,
Oh man, that'd be so cool.
this is the most obscure one, not a titular character. Strange, the strangest inclusion, though. I feel like I guess they thought they needed to have a female playable character for the the little girls out there. Sarah from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
The fact that they
Weird.
decided to have a female playable character and not include any of the Powerpuff Girls, like
Or Dee Dee from
What?
Dexter's Lab. Yeah. That it's a strange one. So yeah, the 6 playable characters: Eddie, Sarah, Cow, Chicken, Johnny Bravo, and Courage the Cowardly Dog. Competing in Mario Party style minigames on the Game Boy Advance. I'm glad that Kerrigan requested this because clearly they had fondness for it when they were young. But I'm also glad to move on because I don't love Cartoon Network cartoons enough to look into what this game was any further. I liked them just fine when I was a young man. But I don't, it's not like I could look at a list of minigames from this and be like, oh, right, this thing from Johnny Bravo, like a woman picking up minigame, or this Dexter's Lab thing. I'm not even sure if Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls are in this game at this point. So,
I know you want to move on, but I'm sorry, I just need
do.
to take one hot second. Was Cow and Chicken popular enough to get 2 playable characters in a 6-character roster?
I mean,
It did have the devil in it.
the red guy.
I understand that, but I feel like you could have the devil as 1 character and not waste 2 character slots.
I feel like the red guy should be this game's Bowser for sure. There's I mean, with if you're doing Cartoon Network crossovers, really the red guy and him from fucking Powerpuff Girls need to be hanging out.
Right.
2 different flavors of Cartoon Devil, one with its butt hanging out, the other one early trans icon. Just a fascinating set of characters. Yeah, not going to talk anymore about Cartoon Network Block Party. Thank you again, Kerrigan, for the request. And I think we're just going to keep it going.
Game 4.
All right, guys. So, for this game, there were, numerous playable characters in this game. However, several were left out of the final game for various reasons, including Corrupt, Khalees, DMX, and LL Cool J. Oh, wait. Sorry. All right, guys. I assume you're feeling pumped up, great, ready to rock and roll, or ready to, I don't know, a different genre of music. Let's see it. Jesse has the correct answer. He says Def Jam Fight for New York. David also has the correct answer. He says Def Jam Fight for New York. At this point, I'm doing it on purpose. Well done, guys. It's Def Jam Fight for New York. One of my favorite games, as is well documented on this show. Or is now well documented on this show. I'm sorry, I forget.
I was going to say, well documented. We're 5 episodes in.
And yet, this game's reputation precedes itself with regards to me. Because, this game fucking rules. And I kind of stand this game real hard, man. I'm a Def Jam guy. It's just I feel like it's just one of those games, man. Fucking multiplayer fighting game with rap stars from 2004. Basically, when my music taste kind of crystallized. I've heard people in the years after this saying like, man, they need to bring back Def Jam, and people were making their dream rosters of rappers from, different times. And I'm like, it's gone too far, man. It's been 20 fucking years. They could fill the whole roster of, a game like this with artists I've never fucking heard of at this point. Like, this game is so 2004. It should not be revisited.
You wouldn't want to beat someone's ass as Lil Dicky.
See, I don't want to say who is that, but like,
Oh, you legit haven't heard Lil Dicky?
I don't know. I probably have. I don't know him by name.
Okay.
You know, what songs does Lil Dicky do?
He
Tell
does
me,
a
Jesse,
bunch.
what did Dicky do?
Let Me Freak. Let's see. White
Was Lil Dicky
Crimes.
older than 2004 or newer than 2004?
Newer.
Okay, yeah, see, I'm sorry, man. I don't know by name. Yeah, I'm just fucking,
He's funny.
I bet he is. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like rappers that would fucking, even be vaguely aware of to add into this game. Would be like the Migos.
Lonely Island
Yes, exactly. Yeah, God, no.
with T-Pain.
Listen, Johnny's not here. We don't have to like fucking deal with that SNL shit. No Lonely Island in the Def Jam games, please.
Man.
Sorry, pal. Yeah.
How would you feel if instead of sticking with 2004 rappers, they went back to like 1974 rappers? Like, what if they added Wonder Mike and Big Bang Hank to this game?
Okay, first, I think you went a little too far back. I don't know that Sugar Hill Gang started in 74, but I appreciate you asking that. And yes, it should be old-ass rappers beating each other up. And not not in their young forms. It should be them old now in a fighting game. Like, grandpa rappers beating each other up now. Like,
Fucking 66-year-old Wonder Mike
exactly.
throwing hands.
Fucking, what was the, God, there was that old rapper made like a beef track recently. Fucking, I'm trying to think of who it was. It was like one of those real 80s guys, not fucking Curtis Blow, but somebody like that. Melly Mel. Fucking, look up Melly Mel's beef rap that he made. If I weren't running the show right now, I would download it and send it to Johnny to fucking, add to the show right now. But, yeah, like, dude, old rappers are funny, man. Like, Melly Mel's like 60 and he's like a preacher now, and somehow he thought it was a good idea to release like a beef rap with some young person, and it's like, oh no, sir, the rap game has passed you by. You should not have done this. Like, you should not have sent this to the fucking morning show. People should not be aware of this. Like, you've made a terrible mistake rapping. But I don't think it would be a terrible mistake if like there was a fighting game with Grandmaster Flash in it. I think that'd be the shit. Like,
Right?
How is it that nobody from Run DMC is in this game?
Is no one from Run DMC in Def Jam Fight for New York?
They are not. No Run.
That is a
no
crime.
DMC. Jam Master Jay had just died, so they couldn't include him. Not that they would have. But yeah, it's a crying shame, man. Fucking, that's what it should be. It should be an 80s and 90s rapping fighting game, for sure. Because yeah, that's your deep bench, and that's when, like, I don't know, all this gangster shit was pretty real to me, at least. Like, I don't know, they've done like holograms of Tupac at concerts. Why not just make a Tupac fighting game? Like, it doesn't seem in poor taste at this point. It seems just, tongue in cheek and awesome.
Could you imagine if they did a Def Jam 1985 and one of the characters was a hologram of Grandmaster Flash?
Yes. That's what it should be. This whole game should take place in the Danger Room at Def Jam Studios, and it should be nothing but holograms of old rappers fighting each other. Fucking, God, yeah, then, Then you take all the rappers and you put them in more like an X-Men Legends context and have them run
So
around.
it's like an RPG.
Yeah, have them beat up Sentinels and shit. Now we're talking.
I was going to say, you've got like Grandmaster Flash, Run DMC, The Juggernaut.
Yep. God, what a crossover. Yeah, that would have been a good lightning round. Is this an X-Man or a fucking rapper from the 90s? Juggernaut, that's an X-Men. Beast. That's, oh shit.
Mirage.
Yeah.
That can go either way.
Yeah. Corrupt. Uh-oh.
Mercury.
Yeah. Fucking Bishop, baby. But yeah, so yeah, Def Jam 97, the game. I'd play that. But yeah, I love Def Jam Fight for New York. It's a great game. fighting people, fighting various rappers. Sadly, no DMX in this game. I don't know if that was disagreement between them or what, because he was the shit in the first game and they pulled him out of this one. No LL Cool J, even though LL Cool J's music is in the soundtrack. Strange exclusion. Maybe the agreement fell through. I don't know. But I feel like LL Cool J is a logical. I don't know. Maybe he was on like NCIS by now, but like I feel like there was a time when LL Cool J was a logical fighting game character. He made Mama Said Knock You Out. Like
he's in a new commercial now.
Yeah, thank God. Let's talk commercials, Jesse. I would really love you to run me down your favorite progressive ads real quick.
I'm a sucker for those
featuring LL Cool J.
People acting like their parents. That one gets me. I'm sorry.
No, I do. I get a good giggle out of them. The problem is that I don't know. They play too many commercials. They repeat them too much. I've seen them too much, and I also despise them. Because for some reason in this country, the only thing that they make commercials for is insurance and medicine.
That is
weird. Fucking. Maybe I just need to watch more kids' TV or something. I'm like, where are the toy ads?
Yeah, kids' TV.
Yeah,
watch Cartoon Network.
I'm saying, I'll throw on like some Pluto TV, throw some some game shows or something on, and if it's not a commercial for fucking insurance, medicine, or like the most clearly AI generated non-fun like app game in which like a king is drowning and there's like a big titty lady pouring water on him or something.
Yes,
it's like that's all it is. Man, I could use some Ozempic and some insurance, and I should download that scam app. That's a good idea.
You want those games?
Yeah.
Oh my God! So. Not too long ago, I went home to visit my family, and I was hanging out with my parents, and they were like, "Oh, let's just put on TV. You know what? Let's throw on MASH." And my God, the ads were just insurance and like adult diapers and Cialis. That's it. That's all it was.
Nice. Okay, and real quick, I did look it up. Try to guess who Melly Mel made a beef track for in 2023. Knowing nothing.
The Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah,
MC Hammer.
No. Think ill-advised people to try to make a beef rap with when you're in your 60s. And
Taylor Swift.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, there it is. Now, Melly Mel directed a beef rap at Eminem.
What?
Yeah. Just don't go there, man. Not when you're 60 and not in 2023. Eminem's living a quiet life. Why are you beefing with him?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's like you're 60 years old and doing a beef rap with somebody who's like 45 years old.
Yeah.
Like, no, pick your target better.
Yeah, let me tell you something, young blood. Pull your pants up. No, Melly, don't say it.
He's got spaghetti on his shirt.
That's true. Oh, man. And actually, now that I say that, that's somebody who I could see being in a new Def Jam Fight for New York game. Eminem. Make Def Jam Fight for Detroit.
Yeah.
I would be able to
8 Mile Bout.
I would know fucking Eminem and the fat guy from D12. And that's all I would need for Def Jam Fight for Detroit. So
and he's got Dr. Dre in his basement, doesn't he? So he could show up.
Jesse, I hate to tell you this, but I think Dr. Dre might be dead.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Haha.
Okay. So, quick question with a very easy answer. Who would you want as the secret unlockable in Def Jam Fight for Detroit? Kid Rock?
No.
Or RoboCop?
RoboCop? What? That's not even...
Yeah.
That's why I said it was an easy answer.
Would RoboCop rap?
Yes. Preferably with Peter Weller providing the voice.
Yes, in that case, I fully choose RoboCop.
Just RoboCop in that,
exactly.
that game.
In fact, how about fuck the Def Jam game? Let's just make a new
RoboCops that are fucking beatboxing and freestyling and
fucking
new movie RoboCop Fight for Detroit, but it's a rap musical.
Yes, fucking give me RoboCop Fortnite in Detroit and he raps. Sold. Oh man. Yeah. So David, start writing that RoboCop rap, and we'll sell that to somebody, and we'll also just keep it moving. There it is.
Game 5.
Well, well, well. What could this be? Perhaps trivia will help you guys figure this out. In the final days prior to the deactivation of this game's multiplayer servers, the developers added new sayings to the game's Did You Know section in the lobby, including messages of thanks to fans for their ongoing support, as well as hints about the gameplay of the next game. All right, guys. Assume everybody's feeling great.
Pretty good.
Let's see. Jesse says Halo 2. David says, it looks like he says Halo 2. Yes, they're both correct. It is indeed Halo 2, the second Halo game.
For the record, my official answer was Halo 2 parentheses. I had a joke answer, but changed it.
Well,
End parentheses.
What was the joke answer?
Yeah, tell us what it was.
My joke answer was Sugar Hill Gang, specifically that section where they're talking about your friend's bad food.
You wrote all of that?
I did, yes.
Damn. Could you have made
And then
that
I
back?
recognized the melody in the third song. It's like, fuck, no, I know this.
Yeah. Could you wrap that section but make it about Halo 2 somehow?
No, not
What a
at all.
tiebreaker that would
Have
be.
you ever gone over to a friend's map to eat and the food just ain't no good? The macaroni's soggy, the peas are mush, and the chicken tastes like
Plasma grenade?
flood. Plasma grenade, that's good.
But it doesn't rhyme.
You could rhyme good with flood, I feel like, but plasma grenade,
yes.
you know,
You can't ride good with plasma grenade.
I don't know, man. I bet you could. I'm gonna call Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne and I. He could also be in the next F Jam game. He could rhyme. He could rhyme good with grenade.
Or the next Halo.
Yes. God. Can you imagine?
Lil Wayne and Halo
Yeah!
4
Yeah.
or 5?
That's Lil Jon.
Oh, I get those mixed up for some reason. It's the Lil. That messes me up.
There's so many.
I know. Well, I know
yeah.
Lil Bow Wow because he's not Lil anymore.
Right. Yeah. He's not even.
But
Bow
he
Wow
was in
anymore.
Tokyo Drift. And
Yeah. He was in
That movie's
the
pretty
more
cool.
recent Fast and Furious movie too.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Does he still have the? No, wait. Did he have the Incredible Hulk car?
I don't remember.
Or was that ludicrous?
He was also
No,
briefly in AEW. Jesse, do you remember his beef with Jade Cargill?
That's right. And they're like, let's not do that. That's dumb.
Yeah, that is.
I was like,
We
good.
should. Sorry, Bow Wow. We'll leave you alone. Now, I would really just like a Halo game with like a credits rap. Preferably, actually, really, Will Smith is the guy to rap over your credits.
I bet Snoop Dogg would do it for Halo. I bet he plays Halo.
I bet you Snoop Dogg would do anything. Like, yeah, I'm just saying.
Do anything for Halo.
Did you hear the fucking rap he made for Tekken Tag Tournament 2? Clearly, the guy doesn't have, like, I don't want to say any shame, but, like, he's not above just doing, like, yeah, I don't know, doing jobs for money. Like, there was no love in his
hustling.
Tekken Tag Tournament 2 rap. But, yeah, anyway, Halo 2, a game requested by many fans. Give me just a minute, because once the 2004 theme was announced, this got requested by Silvernova and Spartacat and I thought somebody else. Actually, yeah, just Silvernova and Spartacat. So thank you to those two for requesting this and making it seem like more people requested. Maybe they sent multiple messages about it now that I'm looking at it. But you guys got what you wanted. You got Halo 2 on the show.
Those two requesters for Halo 2.
Makes sense. We should call them the Halo 2.
Oh, man, that would be great.
That's
Look,
them.
look at the lore just being established before you.
Yes.
This new universe is pretty cool.
Sparty and Silvernova, the Master Chief, and High Charity of Game That Tune.
The Halo 2.
Yes, exactly. We could probably shorten that to just the Halo 2. So I myself really never got into the Halo series as I was not a big Xbox guy, but I've played it here and there. It's fun. It's very fun online shooting game. Great to play with, friends or strangers, blasting fools in multiplayer. Single player game I played a little bit of, pretty fun. I feel bad taking these requests sometimes because I just feel like we're underserving the people that we take requests from. I feel like, a better podcast would have more to say about a game as iconic as Halo 2. And I'm, like David, I know it's a fool's errand to ask if you played any Halo 2.
Okay.
It's
No,
all right.
I don't think I've played Halo 2. I think I only played Halo 1.
Okay. Jesse, what about you? Did you have an Xbox at the time?
Yeah, I had an Xbox.
Okay.
And me and a couple of friends, we would actually do the whole bring another TV over and hook two
Oh,
TVs
shit.
up so we could do the 8-player split screen.
Okay, now.
And so we'd have like, one TV on one side, one TV on the other side. And you could also do teams that way. So you could have all, four of us sitting on one side of the room and another four sitting on the other side of the room. And that was pretty fun.
That's cool.
But yeah, this was a huge deal for Xbox at the time. And it really, really helped their Xbox Live situation because like people wanted to play online. This was the first online Halo.
Yeah.
And
big deal.
people were like, "This is great." And
Am I making this up? And I could be, but was Halo 2 considered like peak Halo?
a lot of people would say that.
Probably.
I would say it goes back and forth between 2 and 3, and maybe even a lot of people like ODST.
Yep.
But yeah, 2 is definitely like that's like the highest of the highs.
I feel like, in terms of like just kind of nostalgia and fondness for it, probably, yeah. But I feel like the Xbox 360 outsold the Xbox so greatly that like there's probably a generation of gamers that would say 3 or ODST. 3 is definitely one I played. I played 3 more than I played 2, to be honest. That was just more of the time that I was getting together with guys to go over and do the LAN party thing. I mean, like it was fun. Shit, man. I was living in Gainesville at the time. Like I was working at Publix, and like the whole crew. Publix closes at 11 o'clock. We're out of there. We're over at fucking, one of the apartments, and there are multiple Xboxes in there, and we're just fucking doing Halo 3 and a lot of drinking. It was good. Real good.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
That's some real cowboy shit.
I'm saying.
Simpler times,
One
would you
might
say
say.
20 years ago?
Well, in that case, no, because I was talking about Halo 3.
Okay.
Halo 2 was definitely simpler times because I didn't have a fucking online-enabled video game system yet. Real quick, what was your first online-enabled video game system, David?
I think it was the DS,
I think so.
honestly.
Probably. Jesse, you had probably a PC at this point, right?
No, actually, because my mom thought computers were just for porn.
How right she was.
So my first internet console was actually the Dreamcast.
Oh, word. Okay. Yeah, I got the PS2 with the modem attachment. I got like a late model PS2 that had the modem, and my first online game on that PS2 was Tony Hawk's Underground, and it was terrible. And I decided to not play PS2 games online after that. Man, huge mistake. Did I ever tell you guys my Tony Hawk's Underground online story? It's just like multiple people skating in the same thing and trying to score attack each other, and if, say, I just do my best and, make like a modest, I don't know, I'm just spitballing, 500,000. But then like fall and drop a trick, the time limit, once it's expired, does not apply to people that will not drop their trick. So like if somebody has an infinite loop of grinds and manuals and tricks going, you're just kind of stuck sitting there watching them, try to infinite trick each other while you're standing there not doing anything. It's like, I shouldn't have bought this system with this modem. I've made a mistake.
I don't understand why that would have turned you off of online games. Yeah. That seems like peak online game.
That coupled with the shame of my dad walking by and being like, "What are you doing?" I'm just like, I don't know.
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, I feel really stupid for having hooked this up, because it was a dial-up modem. I had to bring that shit. I had to bring a TV and a PlayStation near the computer because we didn't have a long enough cord, so it had to be where my dad could see it. It was all around humiliating. Gameplay, father interaction, every little bit of it. What a mess.
At least you didn't have voice chat with someone calling you horrible
God.
names.
Thank goodness. I can only imagine the man that would have shaped me into at the time. But yeah,
God,
it's,
could you imagine voice chat on dial-up? Hey,
I would have
you
tried it.
are fucking terrible.
Thank you. God, yeah, no, I would have given it a shot, but no, that wouldn't have been great. So, I wanted to do something real quick. Oh, not a lightning round, but a new round of my own conception and design, so that we honor our requesters a little bit better with our Halo 2 discussion. This is going to be a head-to-head round between Jesse and David, and this round is called "Can You
As
Be?"
opposed to who?
Oh, I'm just letting them know I'm not participating. This round is called "Can You Be More Specific?" And we're going to play a little fanfare. I really should have hammered out these jingles pre-show.
Hang on, that jingle sounds like the hat trick jingle.
Yeah, no hat tricks tonight, baby. Just can you be more specific? So here's the challenge, guys. We're talking about Halo 2, and it's a game that I have so little to say about, but I know that you guys both have something to say about it. So we're going to go back and forth, and I want you both to make factual statements, knowingly factual statements about the game Halo 2. Tell me something that is true about the game, and whoever cannot say something true will end the round. But you cannot sabotage it in the round. I encourage you to please try your best to say something factual about Halo 2. And I will also turn this over to our Twitch chat. Twitch chat, you can suggest true and false questions that I will also ask the guys about Halo 2. So we're going to start with Jesse. Jesse, make a factual statement, verifiably factual. So tell me something true about Halo 2.
This game was made by Bungie.
Halo 2 was made by Bungie. You're actually, I don't even have to Google that. That's right. David, what about you, man? Tell me something true about Halo 2.
Halo 2 is the second game in the Halo series.
All right. Fair enough. Jesse, can you be more specific? That's the name of the round. You don't have to elaborate on that point. I'm just saying, be factually
I was like,
correct.
wait.
Yeah. Say something factually correct about Halo 2.
This game stars Master Chief.
That's true. That's true. I'm not going to verify that one. David, keep it going.
Halo 2 was released in 2004.
Okay. Now we're out of the real gimme answers. So let's have some deep cut trivia, some information. Jesse, tell me something true about Halo 2.
This game. Oh, I think you can play as the Arbiter in this one.
Ooh, can you play as the Arbiter? Oh, the Arbiter is a playable character in Halo 2. Correct. That's correct, Jesse. David, tell me something true about Halo 2. Can you be more specific?
Halo 2 was released on the original Xbox.
Okay, I'm tired of those. I'd like a better answer after this next round. Jesse, tell me something else about Halo 2.
As long as it's true, I don't care.
Let's see. Oh, this features the Covenant and the Flood.
Do I have to Google that? Does this really... Halo 2, Covenant, and Flood. Yes, you're right. I'm making sure of that. David, be true.
Halo 2 was the first online Halo game.
That was said earlier. Say something else.
Is that a true fact?
But we've already said it.
Yeah, but Jesse already said it during this very segment.
If I'm not mistaken, Halo 2 is the first game in which Master Chief can use the energy sword?
Can Master Chief use energy sword in Halo 2? I'm going to say that's true. Yeah, yep. It's a Covenant weapon, but yeah, I'm going to say that. Sure, that's true. All right, Jesse. What else?
Um, hmm. I think this. I feel like they introduced a new weapon in this one.
Are you Googling it?
No, I'm trying to think of what the.
Oh, that was David typing "help me" in the chat. Okay, good.
Oh. Um. Is this the first one with the battle rifle?
Yes, it is the BR-55 service rifle, most well known for its 3-round burst fire. David, give me something else. This goes on until it ends, man.
Master Chief can use the Needler?
Can Master Chief use Needler?
Also, I'd like to take a moment to say, you're saying this goes on until it stops. I technically have an additional answer because this was the first online game on Xbox, so I had a correct fact that's not being acknowledged.
It was acknowledged, David. It was just acknowledged as being part of the fucking conversation earlier. I'm going to say, yeah, sure, Master Chief can use the Needler. Okay, Jesse, keep it going. This is good. This is good. This is the stuff that the Halo 2 are looking for. They want to hear us talk about the game.
The Arbiter can use camouflage, I think. Like an active camouflage thing.
Can Arbiter use camouflage in Halo 2? Yes, it's only usable in the campaign when playing as the Arbiter. That's right, Jesse. Well done.
Cool.
David, tell me something else. You're lucky Johnny's not here because he would have eaten up all these basic fact answers before you could.
No, I know. I'm going back from my memories and I'm trying to pull facts that I'm well aware of and know about Halo 2.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Halo 2 was only released on the Xbox.
Halo 2 has been the only game in the series to have the most content either cut or redesigned.
That's good. Wow. That
is a fact that I knew off my head.
Straight out of a trivia wiki.
So
it must be true. All right, Jesse, finish him off with one more Halo 2 fact. Clearly, David has he's run dry.
Let's see. I mean, there's easy ones, but I feel like that's not part of the game. I mean, the soundtrack was composed primarily by Martin O'Donnell. I guess that's a fact.
Is that a fact, or are we?
No, John, Jesse has his correct fact, and I have another absolutely 100% correct fact about Halo 2. Halo 2's main AI is Shantae from the Shantae series.
Okay, see, I was waiting for that to come up. You're right, David. I looked it up too. That's definitely correct. So we'll keep the round going. No, actually, you get it wrong, David. Cortana is the AI in Halo. You idiot.
Fuck!
You fool.
How could I have confused that?
Yeah. I will say, Jesse, on the Martin O'Donnell thing, Martin O'Donnell also has a partner, Michael Salvatore, that composes with him. So it's actually kind of arguable that he's not fully the primary composer because he has a partner that works with him. But I'll give it to you in the spirit of winning the round. So congratulations, Jesse. You were more specific than David. Congratulations. what a good round. What a series of facts about Halo 2. A great game that, I don't know, we didn't play enough. Do they still make Halo games, Jesse? You got an Xbox? Yeah. Is it still just Halo 5 and then like updates, or
Halo Infinite?
right?
And,
there it is.
they've been having a bunch of updates and stuff. I hear
Cool.
it's still really fun. I've been tempted to kind of re-download it and dick around.
Yeah, but it's still just kind of online shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Might as well try some new game types. I don't know. Halo's cool. Master Chief's cool. Fun games. And I think with that, it's time, fellas, to move it on to our final segment.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Calculating
Oh,
computer
fuck.
activated. Computers.
Art!
Oops.
Oh my God!
Scoring complete.
Man, with all that time, I should have thought of who the winner is.
I
Wait, I thought that's what the calculating computer
This game's
was
winner
for.
is Jesse Moore.
That's right.
Yay!
Because Jesse won the bonus round. What was I thinking? You guys might have gotten all the games correct, but Jesse had more specific knowledge of Halo 2. So congratulations, Jesse. You've done it. Just a great game all around.
Thank you.
Yeah, well played. And that means that you get to decide a theme for the next episode of Game That Tune. I'd love to know what you got.
So the family and I just got back recently from SeaWorld, and that was really fun. And so how about wet games?
God damn it. What?
Yeah,
oh
games,
my.
games in which, your character or whatever you're controlling is getting wet. And however you want to mean that.
Okay.
Like swimming, maybe there's a water level, maybe
Yeah.
I'm
someone
I'm
dumps
in favor of
water on
this.
your character, or maybe you pee yourself, or I don't. It depends on what kind of games you're playing.
Right, yeah. Talking the game
Piss
itself.
Yourself Simulator 2024.
Game itself
not-
gets wet, not you get wet playing the game.
No, not that kind of. I mean, you could if
Well,
Johnny was
shit,
here. he would
there goes
interpret
my
that.
idea for Rez.
Yeah. So
Wet games, huh?
yeah. And if Johnny was here, he would just use that game called Wet. So
Yeah, I mean, don't rule it out for next week. it's coming, man. Yeah, just because Johnny's not here tonight doesn't mean that the dumbest, wettest game isn't coming next week. Okay, you said it. You're the boss, man. Wet games, it is.
yeah.
It's,
Well, I think that's broader than just ocean games or water level games or.
Well, no, I mean, wet games is all water level games. So,
Yeah.
it's a sillier way to say it, yes. There you have it. Wet games. Can't wait. Lord. I'm, man, my mind's already racing with possibilities. So I look forward
It
to
could
it.
be really, really bloody. Blood is kind of wet.
See, now hold on. Now that just changes everything. You calling blood and sweat wet?
I mean, if
Bodily
you dumped,
wetness?
if you dumped a bucket of blood on me, I'd be like, "Wow, I'm wet." I mean, I probably would just shout that. I'd be like, "Ugh,
that would be your reaction. Oh my god, I'm so wet.
I'm so wet.
God.
It's so moist. Ugh."
Yeah. That would be really something. See, but that's the thing. I feel like blood is thicker than water, so I feel like
That's
it's a
what
different
they tell you, but
different kind of wet.
I'm
It's
on a lot
still a
of blood
liquid.
thinners, so it's pretty splashy.
Right, yeah. What about like oil? You get wet with oil?
I mean, technically, there's that one level in Sonic, 2, the oil level, oil oceans or
Oil
whatever.
ocean.
Yeah,
Double wet.
So
Yeah.
there you go. Yes.
Yeah. Also timely environmental criticism.
Yeah.
Okay, well yeah, cool. So wet games. Can't wait.
Like basically, if you have to change your clothes and you need to hang your clothes up somewhere afterwards, that's wet.
And again, you're talking about the gameplay and
Not-
the characters.
not
No,
you.
not me
Like-
myself.
like if you're playing a game and like for some reason your wife is upset that you're playing the game and
Right.
dumps like a bucket of water on you,
hmm
that has nothing to do with the game. That's
I mean-
just you guys got something to work out.
What if I'm just kind of like marathon the game? I'm playing a long series,
And you're
of,
sweating.
yeah, and I got swamp ass. What about swamp ass games, Jesse?
What about
I would consider
games-
Swamp Ass.
What about games that you're playing during the ALS iceberg or ice water challenge, where you have to dump a bucket of cold water on for you?
Is that still happening?
Yeah, what a timely reference, David.
Was the theme not games from 20 years ago?
Oh, that's true too.
I'm just saying, that you think wet, you think ice bucket challenge. You gotta.
It's for charity.
Yeah, man, what a.
I'm thinking about helping people. I don't know what you're thinking about.
I haven't thought about the ice bucket challenge in I don't know how many years. So
That's because you're not thinking about helping people.
Makes me think of Dean Ambrose.
who? I don't even know who.
John
that is.
Moxley's old name.
Oh yeah, that
He
guy.
dumped a bunch of water on Seth Rollins and goes, "What? It's for charity."
Oh, that's funny.
That was a good bit.
Man, yeah. That ice bucket challenge. What a thing, David. Wow. What a thing to bring back up. That so David's gonna do the ice bucket challenge on the next episode of Game That Tune. And the rest of
Oh
us gonna-
yes.
We're gonna play wet games. So good. That's good. We're gonna lock that in. Sign the contract, David. But before that, it's time to say goodnight, everybody. What a show it was. Sorry for all the technical hiccups on the stream, but I hope everybody stuck with us. We appreciate you guys watching live with us every Wednesday night here on twitch.tv/GameThatTune, 9 p.m. Eastern, Wednesdays. We're always here. Man, oh man. What a thing we do. Thank you to everybody checking us out in podcast form. Podcasts come out Tuesday mornings, GameThatTune.com or anywhere that you get your podcasts. We appreciate you guys listening. Rate, review, subscribe, all that you do for a podcast. You should do it for Game That Tune. We want to say thank you to everybody checking out Patreon, patreon.com/GameThatTune, the home for awesome exclusives that we haven't made in a while, but they're there still. It's not like we delete them. We got Game That Tune gems. We got Covered Up. We got some movie commentaries, some mixtapes. A lot of fun things that we do at patreon.com/GameThatTune, including keep the lights on at our 24/7 video game music live stream, gttradio.com. So go to patreon.com/GameThatTune and throw us a couple of bucks. We love you guys for doing it. We especially love our Patreon Absurd fans: Daniel Perky, Taylor Y, Sam L, Phoenix Tier 2121, Beast Pond, and the Kerrigan, a fantastic group of absurd people that support us on Patreon. Speaking of the Kerrigan, they made a request tonight. Thank you, Kerrigan, for that request. And thank you to the Halo 2, Spartacat and Silver Nova for the Halo 2 request. You guys are great, just like Halo 2. Beloved by millions and millions. Spent hundreds of millions of hours thinking about Silver Nova and Spartacat and that request. Thank you for that. They made their requests all in Discord. That's the place to do it. Check the show notes for the Discord link. And that is gonna just about do it. So, Jesse, I assume that you anticipated where tonight's discussion went. And for your bonus tunes, you uploaded Melly Mel's Eminem diss track that you're going to have everybody enjoy. Say that's what you did. That's totally what you did, right?
It was at first, but then I was like, you know what? That's just not wet enough.
Yeah, Melly Mel,
So-
not a wet man.
Not a wet man. That's good. All right. So I picked a cover, well, it's actually a medley of covers the band is Kirby's Dream Band, and they are doing a cover of the Wave Race 64 soundtrack. So it's like a medley of like 4 jams. It's really good.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And you get pretty wet playing Wave Race.
I'm never people check on that. That seems more like a literally wet game, not so much a swamp ass kind of game. But yeah, Wave Race might be wet enough for next week's theme. And let's go out with some Kirby's Dream Band. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Peace out, everybody. Fade that down, do some copyrights real quick. That's right. Every game tonight is copyright 2004, the company that made the game. That's as much effort as I'm giving it. Peace out, y'all.